Hi guys, gals, non-binary pals, all my friends and folks out there. Welcome back to the second part of the reading of for Klance Melody. So, a few things before we get started. Above, on the screen right now, you're going to see all of our socials going around. If you're interested in any of those, like our fanfics, our social outreach, staying connected with us through Insta, also checking out our podcast, and, maybe some of the suggested videos and video edits that you see, all links for those will be down below. Klance Melody is by Yeedy Petey Parker, by the way, so rates also go to them. I do on this voice, I do on my voice, and I do on this video, but rates do also go to Netflix and DreamWorks. Whew. Okay, yeah, because Legendary Defenders, but honestly, it's been an amazing week so far. I'm so hyped just to be back in the studio and doing this again. I know it's been like a minute since I've uploaded content things, but I have been working on a lot of things for our content, and it's just been a whirlwind, so I'm happy to be back. Check the description for the trigger warnings and just the ratings as well. And you can also find all the links down there and all the things you need for business inquiries. Yeah, okay. So I'll just keep going with that. So for this particular reading, I'm going to only be doing 2 chapters, no matter where the second chapter ends at, just for time reasons. Because Klance CDRU takes a lot for production, so I really do want to be able to upload content on a weekly basis, but also still have the energy and the time to work on Klance CDRU, which is, why we clearly are only doing 2 chapters. If this is the first time you've ever been on my channel, and you are interested in this reading as well, there should also be a link in the description down below to the first part. Now, other than that, let's get into chapter 3. Well, aren't you the boyfriend? Keith stood there in shock, eyes wide, mouth dropped to the floor. Boyfriend. Keith had known this guy for less than 10 minutes. How could he possibly be his boyfriend? He stared at the paramedic for what seemed to be a lifetime. He had spaced out. He didn't even hear the lady shout, "Do you want to come or not? Speak now or forever hold your peace." Well, Keith obviously didn't reply to the paramedic, as he was currently absorbed in his own thoughts, so, as one does, she snatched Lance out of his hands. Meanwhile, the other paramedic sprinted around the ambulance and threw Keith over his shoulder. Like, you take too long, yeet! Anyway, over his shoulder and sat him in the ambulance. It all seemed like a blur. Keith was lost in thought. Then, 0.2 seconds later, he was in the ambulance, and they were on their way to the hospital. The male paramedic was the one taking care of Lance on the bumpy road. He started bombarding Keith with questions about what had happened, but Keith couldn't answer any of them. He had no idea what was going on. Lance was handing him coffee one minute, and the next, he was on the floor. Keith had no connection to the man lying on the gurney in front of him, but he couldn't help this heavy feeling in his chest when he looked at his helpless face. This was his chance to examine Lance's face. His eyes rolled over Lance's features, his hair, his nose, across his cheekbones, and somehow Keith had no idea how his eyes had gotten stuck on Lance's lips. Okay, dude. Guy's knocked out. It's a little... I'm just saying, it's a little weird. Not like weird to have a crush on somebody, but like, dude, really? Guy's injured. First thing you think is, wow, thick thighs save lives. I mean, gay panic. I mean, I'm not, like that's the first thing you think of. Nothing else, but okay. Eyes got stuck on Lance's lips. They were round. They were round, full, and the tiniest, teensiest bit pink, but not bright pink. Like a salmon-like color, with a bit of orange tint mixed with his milky skin. Examining his features somehow distracted Keith from everything that was happening in the outside world. Things like the bustling streets around him, the insanely bumpy road, the shouts of the paramedics, and his own heavy breaths were all somehow pushed away. Lance somehow does that a lot, distracting me from everything going on, good or bad, but somehow I don't mind it. Then all of a sudden, Lance's face vanished. It was gone. This woke him from a trance real quick. He looked in the direction Lance had gone, and he had seen the paramedics taking him through the door to the trauma room door. Sorry. Okay. Through the trauma room door. Keith sprinted after him, but was stopped by the medics when they entered the room where they would treat the Cuban boy. A middle-aged female with a name tag hanging off of her white doctor's coat became a barrier from Keith and the sir. From Keith and the door. I'm sorry, sir, but you cannot enter the room until we figure out what's going on with him, she had stated, clearly waiting to hear Lance's name. Lance. His name is Lance McLean. Keith briefly remembered seeing Lance's name tag when he walked in the cafe. He was confused as why she hadn't looked at it too. The patient's name is pretty vital information. He saw her scribble down Lance's name onto his chart. Wait, isn't it her? You know what? Whatever. Chart with her black. Okay, that must have been a mistake. With her black pen. Perfect. We'll treat your boyfriend right away, sir. Please go take a seat in the waiting room. As soon as I have information, I'll let you know what's going on. The doctor spoke. Again, why does everyone think I'm his boyfriend? But I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Keith thought aside and decided not to correct the doctor. If he doesn't say anything, it doesn't technically mean that he lied, does it? Okay, thanks, he lazily replied as the woman left the room. Well then. I just want to know in the comments below, but no fights. Would you keep lying about Lance being your boyfriend? Or, like, if this was you, would you keep lying, like, / not saying anything? Or would you have said something? Personally, I would have maybe said slightly something. Like, so then they at least contact, his family and be like, hey, your son just passed out randomly and we don't know what it's from, but he's in the emergency room or in the trauma room and we're treating him right now. Please come in. Like, I would have said something, because, like, Keith doesn't know Mrs. McLean. He doesn't know that Lance has family around here, but he should have checked. Because, I mean, like, people do move far away from their family a lot, but people also do still live near their family, too. So I felt like that, like, what would you do? No fights in the comments, but I just want to know. Anyway, A male nurse appeared in the waiting room, holding a clipboard of papers. He scanned out the room. Anyone here? Okay. Anyone here for Lance McLean? Keith rose out of his seat. He had been sitting on for well over an hour. His guitar kept set after everything, and he strung across his back. He approached the nurse. I'm here for Lance. Can I see him? Is he okay? Okay. I'm thinking, like, they didn't ask for medical papers, and I'm guessing because they knew his name, they could find him in the records. And I guess because he was his boyfriend, maybe they were like, maybe they just got together, so he doesn't know Lance's insurance or something. But, like, no, that's a little, yeah, is that just me? That can't just be me. But anyway, Keith rose out of his seat. Is he okay? You may see him, but he's still unconscious. We have a few more tests to run on him, but they'll be done in a few hours. So he'll probably be awake by the time they're done. We could tell his head was hurting, so he's currently on some pain meds. He'll be pretty loopy when he wakes up. Just to warn you. Okay. Thank you so much. As he walked away, Keith found himself feeling worried for the Cuban boy. He had hardly known him for 5 minutes, but somehow he'd already cared for him. Why? How? Well, Keith couldn't know. He had no idea. But maybe that was the best part about this. He entered Lance's room, cautiously, opening the door with grace so he wouldn't wake Lance. The young adult lay across the hospital bed, flat on his back, eyes gracefully shut. Keith took a seat in the armchair against the wall. He started wondering where everyone else was. Did Lance have family? Where were Shiro and the others? Since he had no way to connect to Lance's family, if he had any. He decided to call his brother. The phone rang for a couple of seconds before a voice answered the phone. It was Shiro. Hey, Keith, how's Lance? He's unconscious right now, and they're running tests on him, but, I think he's gonna be good. They're gonna figure out what's wrong with him. I've been here for an hour or so, but, you know, as soon as they figure out, they'll let me know. But why aren't you here yet? How far away are you guys? Look, Keith, we're still at the cafe. What? I'm sorry, Keith, but look, he's an employee, and he is also an amazing friend. But I have a shop and a business to run, and employees I can't do it without. We'll come after the shop closes, but we need to be here to make our money for the day. Okay? I know it's hard to understand. I know that we seem uncaring, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do to make ends meet. We'll come after the shop closes. So, yeah. If you could stay with Lance until then, that'd be great. Thanks. I love you. Bye. Shiro hung up before Keith could even bring up Lance's family. Guess I'll have to ask Lance when he wakes up. Which might be an issue, because he'll be loopy, but hopefully not too loopy. Another 30 minutes go by, and then he decided that he could go and maybe get some coffee from the coffee cart because Lance clearly wasn't waking up. Just as he opened the door, he heard a soft ugh. Keith turned his head so fast he got whiplash and let out a soft ugh, and squeezed his eyes when he saw Lance was slowly getting up and sitting in his bed. Lance's eyes fluttered open and then scanned the room. He was disappointed that no one was there until he looked towards the door and he saw Keith standing there. And his eyes widened. Whoa! Am I in heaven? Are you an angel? No, because you're wearing black. Angels don't wear black. Ha, silly Lance. Keith was extremely thrown off. What was happening? And then to chapter 4. By the way, there is a song for this, but probably not gonna play it just because copyright reasons. So if you want to check this out yourself, on Wattpad to go and see it. This is Melody, once again by UDP Parker. So if you want to see the songs or something, because copyright. So yeah, okay. Whoa, am I in heaven? Are you an angel? No, because you're wearing black. Angels don't wear black. Silly Lance. Keith was extremely thrown off. What was happening? Lance was acting ridiculous. He was talking to himself. Thought he was dead. He thinks I'm an angel, but then decided I'm not because I'm wearing black. What the hell is going on here? Well, you know what? They did say that he might be loopy from the pain meds. So, that definitely explains it. I have to ask for family. Because how are they going to get here without knowing anything? I'm glad that they finally started asking about family, because I was like, you're not going to tell his mom, brother, his uncle, like, you're not going to tell someone, but okay. He slowly approached the extremely high Cuban boy. I won't really describe him as high. Anyway. Hey, Lance. How are you feeling? Lance looked over at Keith. He seemed lost. Sad, even. His eyes so sunken. Confused, trying to place it, but then, all of a sudden, there was a massive switch of motion in his eyes. They opened wider than humanly possible, and Lance very noticeably checked Keith out. Oh. Okay, first thing you do when you wake up on pain meds, check out the hot person who is checking in on you. We love that, don't we? Amazing. Anyway, his eyes zoomed. Oh. This is the first thing you do, man. Okay. His eyes roamed all over Keith, head to toe. And almost insistently and instantly, Keith's face flushed deep red. Had he lost his mind? Well, I guess he kind of has. He's on those pain meds, but really? Lance cocked his head up to meet Keith's eyes. The cheekiest grin that Keith ever seen across his face or any face ever. Say, well, hello there. The name's Lance, and who are you? I'm sorry. Why? Lance, it's me, Keith, Shiro's brother. Shiro, not that. I'm sorry. Shiro. Now that is a man. Ew, Lance, that's my brother. Ew, you're way better. And who are you again? Keith, you're my personal waiter now? Keith's blouse were getting worse by the minute. Oh, yeah, I remember. You do? Oh, yeah, you're that gay guy, right? What? Oh, my shirt. Yeah, well, that's what you get for wearing a black t-shirt with gay and rainbow lettering. So then the whole entire world can see it. Because that's the first thing he had to remember. I mean, nothing else, but... Come on, we only met for 5 minutes. It's not like he's going to remember much. And plus, at this moment... Oh. You know what? Now I get it. That's why everybody thought I was his boyfriend. At this point, Keith's face was beyond red. And it wasn't going to get better anytime soon. He decided to change the topic, hopefully. He could find out what happened to Lance. Hey, Lance. Is it alright if I can use your phone to call your family? To let them know that you're here and that you're safe and what happened? No. What? Why not? I mean, dude. They want to know. They're going to be concerned for you. Well, clearly they don't know yet, and I don't want them to. Know what? They don't know what? What do they not know? They don't know that I have depression. Jeez, keep up, you moron. Depression? Lance is depressed, and his family didn't know. That must be impossible for him to handle by himself, but... I just... How in the world? I mean, his family doesn't know, but I feel like they have a right to. Excuse me, because I gotta blow my nose. Oh, not as bad as yesterday. Okay, it's actually working. It's actually working. My allergies have been all over the place. And it's the summer, so here we are. Lance, I just... How did depression cause us, though, Lance? I was late to work. Well, almost late to work this morning. And I must have forgotten to take my blessed meds. And of course, a stupid blow like me. What a genius. Can't even remember to take your medicine every day. Of course. I mean, look, I don't know, so just stop lecturing me, genius. I have no clue what causes any of this. Lance, this is a hospital. If you're going to swear, do it discreetly. And I'm not lecturing you, but while you're waiting for the others, is there anything you need? Lance glanced down there for a minute, kind of lost, figuring out what he wanted to do. Then he looked at me, or something behind me. Play me a song, Keith. That was what you were going to do at the cafe, right? And, well, since you're here with me, I would like to have my own show. For some reason, Keith had this desire, no need to do it, and he never felt something so strongly before, never been so compelled to play his guitar for someone before, especially because, well, a whole lot of people ask him to play it in a stereotypical way, and he usually gets annoyed, but now he's just intrigued. He had used all his strength to not throw his guitar over his head and shoulders, serenade Lance in the middle of the hallway as loud as he could. He hesitated before saying, "Lance, you know, we're in a hospital. I don't think it would be appropriate." "Who cares? Come on, just sing quietly." "Something with those handsome lips of yours? Blues?" I've already been embarrassed twice. Might as well. And yeah. Oh my god, my nose. And there we go. For some, if it was possible that Keith's face was even better than before, it was. But Lance had said it was just enough to convince him. So he slung his guitar over his body, got in a position to play, and he knew he had to be great. At this point, it seemed like he'd do anything for Lance, which is kind of crazy. I'd only just met him, but that didn't matter. I pulled my pick out of the pocket and began to sing. You can be guiding me, You can be my guiding light. Keep me company in the night. That's all I need. All I want is for you to stay a little longer now with my arms around me like a border. Ooh, like the air I breathe. I'll let you in. Keep me warm underneath my skin, 'cause I'm giving into your touch. I can never, ever, ever get enough. Diving deep into the ocean, ocean, oh, ocean. You can be my safety zone, somewhere I can go until unknown. I don't exactly know the beat of this song, so I'm trying my best. That's all I need, and all I want is to stay a little longer. Arms around like a border, like an endless stream. You take me in to a place that I never been. Ooh, now I'm giving into your touch, and I'll never get enough. Dive in deep into the ocean, in the ocean, in the ocean, in the ocean, in the ocean, 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 in the ocean. Keith had got so absorbed into the song, he completely forgot he was in a hospital room. Luckily, looked like no one heard except Lance. Keith turned to see Lance's reaction. only to find that the boy was sound asleep in his bed. He asked me to play for him, and he falls asleep anyway. Usually I would be pissed, but somehow I'm not. And it just makes me feel so comfortable. And it's like I just sung him to sleep. Somehow that was an honor. No, this is extremely confusing to me. Especially because I've only known the boy, for a couple of hours. It's just scooting closer to Lance. He examined the boy's features once again. You remember those boys? Bright blue eyes, filled with false confidence as he flirted with Keith. Why hadn't he realized it before? Keith could not figure out why he had his mind set on singing the ocean. But he figured it out. It was because of Lance's big, beautiful blue eye. All the shades trapped inside were majestic. Each different fleck of blue reminded him of the ocean. Shio would take Keith to the ocean all the time when he was growing up. And the most important time of all. Keith had met a boy at the ocean. Not just any boy, but a boy with tan skin and breathtaking blue ocean eyes. And they'd spend the week together while vacationing. They were staying at the same hotel by Verandolo Beach. Keith had completely forgotten about that vacation. Then he had the urge to sing the ocean. A song Keith had written for that boy. A song that Keith had in fact written for Lance. Well, anyway, that about wraps it up today. Thank y'all so much for being here, and I hope that you enjoyed this part of the reading. Don't forget to just follow us on all of our social outreaches, stay connected, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.